Iraq's Yazidi women must abandon kids born in his captivity. DOHUK, Iraq APU Yazidi women and girls who were enslaved and raped by Islamic State militants have few choices. They may have been free. 5 years ago Saturday, IS militants launched attacks on Yazidi villages in northern Iraq, kidnapping, enslaving and massacring thousands. The attacks traumatized the Yazidis, an ancient religious minority who are no strangers to persecution throughout the ages. But the brutality, in April, a month after the final military defeat of IS, Yazidi religious leaders made an apparent bid to protect the insular and still grieving community by decreeing that they will embrace survivors of militant attacks. It was a move aimed, but in what appeared to be a response to backlash from conservative community members, the Spiritual Council put out a statement days later saying its decision had been distorted. The council affirmed some mothers put their kids for adoption. A few refused. One woman, a 20-year-old resident of a village south of the town of Sinjar, recounted how she sobbed and yelled as her baby boy was peeled from her arms by the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces, who administer eastern Syria and lead the military fight against the militants there. The child was 7. The militants attacked the Yazidi areas in Nineveh province on August 3, 2014. They killed hundreds are still missing. Some of the children, according to the Kurdistan Region's Office for Yazidi Abdu Cortes, based in Dohuk, an estimated 3,425 Yazidis have been freed from a total of 6,417 abducted. The office said when IS was finally defeated in March, a number of Yazidi women and children emerged from the last militant-held sliver of land, a riverside village in southeast Syria called Bag House. In Nisiriya village in Iraq's northern Mosul province, an 18-year-old native of Sinjar who was liberated 5 months ago from Syria said she wants to join her mother and sisters who took refuge in Germany. 3 of her brothers, freed from the last IS-held enclave on March 1, she didn't look back when she left behind her 3 children in Syria who were born to a Tunisian IS fighter. They are all in an orphanage run by the Kurdish-led Syrian forces, she said. She was only 13 when she was kidnapped. Tunisian militant The young girl moved around with the IS militant and had 3 children in 3 different towns. The last, before leaving, she STF'd her baby and calmed the middle girl who was following her around in tears. For her eldest,
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.